Ken Range Theory Trader with you for another video on how to run your trading like a business. So let's not waste time and get right into it. When you set up your trading plan, you need to have the mindset that you can duplicate yourself. What would you do? How would you teach yourself, or an employee will say, how to trade if you were running a business? You have to be very systematic in your approach. So these are the questions that you need to answer for your trading plan or your trading business. Number one, what are your trading hours? When are you going to trade? Do you trade 24/7? Do you trade 1 hour a day, 2 hours a day, 4 hours a day? Have your hours. No different than any other business. Most businesses aren't open 24/7. They're not. Okay, so you should be the same. Number two, what am I looking for? What do you need to see on the chart to make you interested in a pair? Because if you're only watching one pair, is different. I watch all of the crosses and all of the majors. So obviously, I'm not trying to take every single pair in every single trade. So I have a strict set of criteria that I look for in order to make sure that it's a pair worth watching, because most pairs, most days aren't worth trading. They're consolidating, they're just trending, they're not doing much of anything. They're not doing what I'm looking for. So you need to know what you're looking for when you come to the chart to get rid of the pairs that you're not interested in. Number three, what do I need to see to take a trade? This is also known as your entry signal. What is that one thing? What does price need to do in order to make you press the button? Okay, and that's going to keep you out of the market when you need to be out and in when you need to get in. Next, where do I place my stop loss and take profit? You should already know before you take the trade where you're going to put these two things. Okay, stop loss at a bare minimum. I can understand possibly leaving the take profit open, but you need to have a point in the chart where you say, you know what, if price goes here, that means my analysis was just off today, and it just is what it is. And then lastly, and most importantly, what is my risk management plan? How are you going to actually keep the money that you make? So I'm going to go over a couple of sample plans with you so that way you can start to build your own. So here's a first sample plan. So, okay, this is just a random one. All right, so here we go. Someone has trading hours from 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is the London session. So those are their only trading hours. All right. Now, what they have to see is 3 candles of the same color on the 4-hour chart. That's their signal to watch that pair. If a pair doesn't have 3 same candle colors when they come to the chart at 5, they skip it. All right. And automatically that whittles their watch list down. So they're not trying to juggle between screens and pairs. Okay. Next, the entry signal is going to be when a candle makes the high or low of the day, gets closed above or below on the 5-minute chart. Okay, that's what they're going to look for. Once the high of the day is established and their price goes down below that candle that made that high, they pull the trigger. No thought required. As soon as they see that, they're in, no questions asked. After, of course, the first step is met. So you have the time of day, what you want price doing, and then what you want the price to do in order to press the buy or sell button. Their stop loss will go 5 to 7 pips above the high of the day or below the low of the day. Their take profit will be 3 to 5 times the risk. Okay, so if they risk $10 for, say, 10 pips, then their take profit could be anywhere from 30 pips to 50 pips. But they've also added here that they're going to try to aim for the daily open price. All right, now, in terms of risk management, they will only take one position. If I win, I will use asymmetric compounding, meaning I will risk half the profit made from this trade to grow the account faster. And if they lose, they'll find another trade to look for or another reentry signal. Okay. And I will only have one position open at a time. So that's the whole. A plan doesn't have to be complicated and 3 pages and all. No, it's just very simple, day in, day out. This is what I'm going to do, and this is what I'm not going to do. So let's go over one more sample plan here. Number two. Here's one for the New York session. This person is going to trade from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Okay, so another 4-hour block. They have to see 4 candles of the same color on the 4-hour chart, and then they'll start to look for a trade with the third candle making the high or low of the day. Okay, so that's another catch. Their entry signal is going to be where the price goes above the high of the 5 a.m. candle or below the low of the 5 a.m. candle, and then close inside of it on the 1-hour chart. They'll put their stop loss 5 to 7 pips above the higher of the day or below the low of the day. And their take profit is going to be 3 to 5 times the risk, ideally near the daily open price. All right. So in managing risk, this person is only going to take one position. Once the price gets to 1R, they're going to move their stop loss to break even. What does that mean? Let's say they risk $10 and then their trade goes up in profit by $10. Once it hits that mark, They're going to move their stop loss to break even. That way, if the trade loses, they will not lose any money, and then just let the trade play out. If they do lose, they'll wait for a reentry signal, or they'll just look for another trade to take. And this person is saying they will only have 2 positions open at a time. So they're open to taking 2 positions at a time simultaneously to have them open to see what's going to shake out in the grand scheme of things. All right. So in conclusion, we already have the questions, but this is why you need to answer these questions. When you realize what your trading hours are, realize this is not a job. This is a business. Okay. So you don't get paid for putting in overtime in trading. You just don't. If your trading hours are from 5 to 9, you're not going to make more money trading from 9 to 5. You may lose more at the end of the day. Okay. So stick to your trading hours. What am I looking for? Trading one setup makes your job so much easier. If you have a dozen trades that you're looking for, you're just going to stress yourself out. Okay. Less is more. What do I need to see to take a trade? There should be no debate. When you have it in your mind exactly what you need to see, you will have no hesitation. Win or lose, you've already accepted that. Look, this is my risk. You already know your worst case scenario. You press the button with no hesitation. Placing the stop loss and take profit at random places is going to get you random results. So be sure you know where to put them before you get into the trade, especially the stop loss. Okay. And then lastly, risk management. What is the plan? This is how you're going to make your money. You don't make money from trading. You make money from managing risk. Okay. So having the answers to these questions is the easiest part. The hard part of this is sticking to your plan with discipline. That's the hard one. Can you stop at 9 a.m. if that's your closing time? Can you stop at 1 p.m. if that's your closing time? Let's say you just want to trade from 9 to 10. Can you stop at 10 a.m.? Okay, can you stop at 5 a.m.? Or do you want to keep going and try to make more and more and more? And I've done that. And I'll tell you, just from my personal experience, every time I've won a trade and then came right back to the market, 9 times out of 10, I lost. Okay, I should have always done the right thing, take my win for the day and just be done. Putting in overtime can do more harm than good. All right. So that's where the discipline comes in. And if you formulate a plan and decide it's not working for you, if you want to change your trading hours, if you want to change your setup, if you want to change what you need to see to take a trade, if you want to change your stop loss and take profit placement, that's up to you. Even if you want to change your risk management plan, it's your business. You run it how you see fit. Okay. These are just sample plans, but at a bare minimum, you need to know the answers to these 5 questions and then stick to them. That's the main thing. Stick to the plan. All right. And if you do that, your odds of success are going to be increased. So that's how to structure your trading business, your trading, endeavor as a business, to have a concrete plan and stick to it. I appreciate your time and attention. Formulate it. If you want to share your plan in the comments, feel free to do so. I'll take a look. And I hope you have a great rest of your day and take care.